the mother of Helen and the mother-in-law of Rob, who will be taking part in this podcast. Now, I really feel as though I ought to warn everybody who's listening into these goings-on. I don't know really how I should explain it, except goings-on. If you are of a sensitive disposition, like I am, be warned that the language could be very difficult to listen to. Foul language, I think, might be the way to describe it.
Baby.
What are you doing?
It's a Rob and Helen date night podcast.
I'm not. This is a theme tune. What are those noises?
Come on. We drop the kids at school at 9 and pick them up at 3.
How many times? It's 3:15.
Spend the day together doing some activity.
What's that?
And then we're
Ross?
gonna make
my
sweet love. Yeah.
My mum might listen to this.
It's Rob.
And they died.
Hey, let me just turn the levels down a little bit there. There we go. There we go. I think that's perfect. That's perfect. So welcome, dear listener. Thank you for downloading this. Maybe it's episode 35.
It's a lot of episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of
I was looking the other
episodes.
day at our feed.
Oh, yeah.
It's full, jam-packed, busting at the seams.
Jam-packed, busting at the seams with feeds of this now raw, uncut podcast. And thanks for joining us. A very special evening. I have a Saturday night off, because usually I work Fridays and Saturdays, don't I?
Yes.
But because I'm currently filming the BBC Two sitcom Upstart Crow Series 3, I have taken my weekend engagements out of the diary, haven't I, Derek?
Yeah. Yeah, you make it sound like you're a hero for taking them out.
Yeah.
No, you're
I
not.
just don't want to go on about it, that's all. But no, so you can call me a hero
For
if you
not
want to call me a
working
hero.
7 days and nights a week.
Yeah, you can call me a hero, that's fine.
But yes, we're Saturday night, and what are we doing?
We're going to the village pub.
I mean, it's a proper date night.
Proper date night, it is a date night. And Helen decided we were going to walk to the pub, and it's absolutely fucking Baltic.
There's frost.
I don't think you can hear
Listen,
that. We're actually
skidding.
skidding.
Ronnie's not skidding.
Oh, Christ! And my capacity to fall over knows no bounds, does it? So you need to set the scene for this one, Helen, because I don't know what we're doing or why we're doing this.
So we're walking to the local public house with Ronnie the dog for a pint of real ale, and then we're walking home again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what a date night
Helen,
that is.
Is that as exciting a podcast as it sounds?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am excited.
Yeah.
Better than us sitting around in fucking bobbly tracksuit bottoms and Crocs and blathering on.
You're right,
Ronnie's
fair
doing
enough.
a poo.
Ronnie's doing a shit. So the podcast is ground to a halt whilst Ron lays a brown egg. You can just hear that. It's my wife just reaching for her eco-friendly dog shit bags, aren't they, Helen?
Yep.
Because now you are a professional dog walker, aren't you?
Yep.
How many dogs?
Trained now
How
to
many?
pick those
How many
shits up.
dogs do you say you walk at the moment?
I walk 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs.
4 dogs. And how many of these green bags? Because I got you these green dog shit bags for your birthday, didn't I?
Yes.
There's one of a myriad of lovely, very thoughtful presents.
Yes, all based around dog walking.
Oh, and dog
Oh, there's
shits.
a bin there. Perfect spot, Ron. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Thanks for laying an egg by the bin. Do be careful of it. Very icy, treacherous here. But I noticed actually, I saw that the Antoff of Ant and Deck.
Yes.
He's getting a divorce.
Is he?
Yes, from his wife and long-term partner.
Yeah.
And there was a picture, and I wish them both well. I hope they're all okay. But there was a picture in the newspaper I scoured when I was at work. I just saw it. It wasn't a newspaper I'd normally buy.
Has this got anything to do with dog shit?
Yes.
Okay.
And they were taking some dogs out for a walk. He was with his mum apparently, and they were using the same brand of kind of biodegradable dog poo bags that you use, my dear.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, I wish Ant all the love in the world, and
We do.
get back on your feet.
And his partner.
And his partner, yes.
Yeah, we wish them well.
Yeah.
So, Helen, what have you got in store for us on this walk up to the pub?
Nothing, just some updates.
Oh, right, okay.
Really.
Imagine you and Greg have been in radio
we've been in
contact.
constant contact, Rob. Constant
Jesus
contact.
Christ.
So, it was fair to say that we had been fannying around a fair amount and not sending Greg his
me
CD.
or you and Greg? Oh, right, yes. Oh, I thought you meant you and Greg had been fannying around.
No, you hadn't.
Every time the bloody door's shut or she's online.
You hadn't.
Yeah.
What do you call it when you make a CD? Burnt a CD off for Greg.
Can I just say at this point, I think you've set off walking a bit faster than you're capable of.
What, with my chest?
Yeah, with your chest. Which we're still waiting to see the photos of Helen's chest. and also, oh, there we go. And also, just in terms of not getting too puffed out by the time you get there.
So we'd been taking ages. Greg, bless him, had paid for this number one CD back in Christmas.
Christmas, yep.
Day after Boxing Day. And when did we send it? I sent it the day before yesterday, which is a long time to wait.
Well, no, it's still guaranteed delivery within 30 working days.
It is. But yeah, he did send a couple of messages saying that he'd been waiting eagerly for the postman to no avail. So anyway, I sent it. I drew on the cover with felt tip pens.
Yep.
And sent it with a couple of celebrations for him.
Okay.
Which he enjoyed and showed me a picture of a half-eaten Bounty bar.
That you'd sent him. So you've been sending sweets to Greg, though, have you?
Yeah, I've been sending sweets to Greg.
Jesus Christ! Oh, my God.
The sweets are like an apology for how late
Did
it was,
you spray
really.
it with any impulse? Did you spray any impulse all over it?
No, I didn't spray impulse all over it, no.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And I didn't put lipstick marks on it or anything like
Thank God. Sorry, Ron's just having a piss.
Do you
Can you hear how frosty it is
Who
there?
would you say, Rob?
Oh, hang on, let me just get Ron's weight.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
He does that thing like he's got prostate issues. At the end he goes... Tweet,
He probably has, he's really old.
Yeah, he's old dog, isn't he?
Who would you say another of our number one superfans were?
Oh, Helen Rob Helen.
Oh, no. Good
our
guess.
transgender or gender fluid.
No, he's
No,
never...
hang on.
No, he was a cross-dresser.
He's a cross-dresser. Well, I think you can say cross-dresser. That sounds
We've
a bit
already had this
70s.
conversation. That's what he called himself.
Okay, right.
Okay. Anyway, he's not been back in touch. I think potentially
she's not been back
we
in
got
touch.
that one really wrong.
No, I don't think so. I just think people sometimes dip in and out of the podcasts.
Yes.
But I'd love to hear from Helen Stroke Rob again.
Yeah, that would be great. I
Yeah.
would love to hear. But I think just listening to us based on our names might have not, he might have not really been that into it. Anyway, not him. Go again. Who else?
Joanna Longbottom.
Yay! Guess what? Joanna Longbottom's gone and done.
Good God, go and tell me.
Funded some more bloody batteries.
No way!
Yes!
The Joanna Longbottom battery fund is
It's
back in
up,
business.
back up.
Ah.
She said you can either spend it on batteries or a cheap bottle of wine in Aldi.
Well, thank you very much, Joanna Longbottom. That's very, very, very generous of you.
Yeah, so that's good. And
Yeah.
we've also had another donation to the podcast, Rob.
You're joking?
Yeah, he's so excited.
Oh.
So I've written his name. Richard Dixon
Richard Dixon.
has donated 20 quid to the podcast, Rob.
Oh, Richard Dixon, you're now a super listener.
I know, isn't that
For any
brilliant?
apparent reason, just
Didn't even write a message with it.
no message.
Just in and out, like... Oh, Ron's having a drink out of a puddle.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make sure I pick that up.
No message, no nothing. But
Just
as he's donated over £10, didn't we say that he was eligible
Oh, yeah.
to receive a CD? So, and I think Joanna Longbottom's eligible because she's...
Well, send one to Joanna Long... Have you got...
But they don't... This is the thing, what I realised.
Yeah.
I don't get their address. So if you have donated,
Yeah.
Richard or Joanna, seeing as you're the only two people who have ever
Yes, and
donated...
I hope you're listening because you're getting the shout-out.
I know. And you want a CD copy, then just email us your address.
Yes.
And we'll pop one in the post.
It's completely secure and we'll
I've
pop
run
it in the
out
post.
of celebrations. They were just for Greg.
Yeah, okay, and you run out of impulse as well. Spread it all over
but
Greg's CD.
I'll draw on the cover with like felt tips.
Okay. I mean, that's an astonishing offer that Helen's just made there.
So if you want it, Richard or Joanna, just send us your address and I'll pop it in the post. And it might take like 2 months or something for us to actually get round to posting
It could take a long
but it'll
time.
get there in the end.
Yeah,
It'll get there in the end.
well, I will send that. I'll send that round. I'll turn those round in 3 working days, Helen. I will, because now I'm back in business. Because a big problem was I hadn't found the CD burner. Now I've got the CD burner. I can turn round a CD in 3 working days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I was really chuffed.
Isn't that lovely?
Really supportive listeners. So thank you so much. You know what?
Aw.
If we get many more, we might even be able to start editing again.
Yes, absolutely.
If you can fund our lifestyle a little bit, listener, then you might get a higher quality of broadcast.
Well, hopefully there's no lack of quality.
No, of course
And to be
not.
fair, I'm still doing a fair bit of editing.
No, I know. He's sneaking the editing back in.
Well, I have to do bits of editing because sometimes there's just bits of waffle that you just can't leave in.
What are you saying?
Pauses like that, they've got to come out. They've got to come out.
And then we had another message from John.
Sorry, Richard Dixon, huge thank yous. I
Yeah.
just can't say thank you to him enough.
I know. It's
Very,
great.
very, very generous. And we will invest it in the longevity of the podcast.
Yeah. And John Edwards sent a message saying that I think he deserves superfan status as
Go
well.
on.
Because basically anyone who gets in touch with us is now a superfan. But he said that he's revisiting old episodes.
Ah.
So he's listening to this shit more than once.
Helen, you can't do down your own work.
Anyway, no,
Mid-work.
he's listening to the Rambling
The rambling.
one, which was a very early episode.
Well, in many ways, Catherine Warwicker, we're on another walk.
We are,
aren't we?
indeed.
Yes, but much more.
To the local community pub.
Yes, the community pub, no less. But a lot more of a kind of pavement-based walk than the previous ramble we did too.
Yes.
So, I mean, where I am, I can see the road, I can see the asphalt, I can see hedgerows recently been trimmed to the right of me. Can
you see any constellations?
Yes, I can. Should we do stargazing?
Oh, you do your Brian? Do you?
I don't think Brian Cox is any good.
It's great.
Oh, well, if you look up to the sky and you see the stars and just take in the majesty and just to think that all of those stars have already died.
There we go.
I know, just lingering on my face. Oh, I saw a shooting one.
Did you?
I did see a shooting star up there.
Oh, make a wish.
Oh,
What did you wish for?
you don't want to know. You do not want to know, Princess. And how much do you understand about stars and physics and all that stuff, Helen?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Do you know why the stars in the sky are ever so slightly red?
Because of the gas?
It's a good guess.
Because of the reflection of the sun?
No, the reason apparently the stars are slightly red is because
The universe is constantly expanding.
that's my Stephen Hawking impression. You can
Why
do that
would
by
the
talking and
expanding
breathing
make it
inwards.
red?
Because the wavelength of the light gets slightly altered by the fact that the light is moving, the star is moving away from you.
Oh, I've just...
Oh, what have you stood in?
Right in a dirty puddle.
Oh,
Look, I've got
dear.
mud all over me, Doc Martin.
All over your patent leather Doc Martens.
Yeah.
They're wiped clean. But yeah, do you know when you hear an ambulance comes towards you and the sound of the ninas changes? Like when it comes to it, it's called the Doppler effect, isn't it?
Yep.
Because the sound waves are getting compressed as it comes towards you.
I have to admit, I've
And then-
totally switched
Don't
off.
switch off,
No,
Helen.
This is why I don't know anything
This is
about
the problem.
stars, because I'm not... I know, I don't know what it is. I just find it really boring.
So you think I'm being a geek talking about stars, but you made me play the geekiest game I've ever played in my entire life today.
I didn't call you a geek, I just said I'm really sorry I've switched off. I can't help it if I do that. I was trying.
You'll never learn anything if you
No,
just
I
switch
know.
off.
I'm not going to learn anything about
And things
about
become complicated.
stars and stuff. Yeah, well.
What was the game you made me play today?
Settlers of Catan.
The Settlers of Catan.
It's a great game.
Yes, I will exchange 3 ore tokens for 4 credits in your universe.
No, it's not that bad, actually. It's not that geeky.
I don't know what it is about me. I struggle with games.
You were better with that one
Yeah.
than with previous ones.
Do you think?
Yes, you were better at that than you were at Castle Panic.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest.
Because there were orcs in that. You find those...
I just want to give everyone a wedgie when people start talking about fantasy figures.
Yeah.
Really sorry if you're into fantasy stuff, dear listeners. I don't mean to offend you, but I can't cope with it. It just makes me willy itch. I don't know why it is.
You did well though today. You did kind of drift off and wander off a couple of times.
I was trying to
Peak
cook tea for
moments
everyone.
in the game, but you know.
When it hit peak geek.
Yeah.
But I must admit, because I was really enjoying being with everyone. That's what I was enjoying, being with our kids and our daughter sorting out the cards, so she had a role. and our son's not very well at the moment. He's got the cough and everything. Bless him. So he was curled up, and I was enjoying spending time together. And our friend Jenny came round as well. But so I was enjoying being with everyone. But I did find the game got a bit boring.
Well, it's nice. You can't work through it to the end, and then you get the. I mean, you did go off when actually it peaked and somebody won. So
well, at the minute I stood up, someone won, but I wouldn't have known that there was a win on the horizon when I was playing it. It's very frosty.
It's really frosty.
I can see all the ice forming in crystalline structures on all the cars as we walk up here. Very much like a Radio 4 documentary. And do you remember? Was it always cold when you were walking around with your mother?
Not as cold as when she was walking around with her mother and her mother's mother.
Oh, of course, but her mother's mother. They had some very cold walks, didn't they? Is that right?
Well, that's right.
And what did your mother's mother do?
My mother's mother was a roofer.
Was she a roofer?
Lisa. No, a dry stone waller.
A dry stone waller, was she really?
Yes.
How fascinating. So working with her hands, working with stones, and placing one rock after another in a dry formation.
Yeah, we can't
not using cement or mortar.
Poor old John Edwards has just listened to the Rambling podcast. He can't listen to this again.
It's a tribute moment to John. But I thought that was a new narrative. Because previously we talked
the
about
dry stone waller. No, I just listened to it.
Right.
Because John had said about the Rambling one. I went, I might listen to a bit. So I listened to 5 minutes last night and heard the dry stone waller. So we literally are repeating the exact.
Okay, well, so hang on. So your mother's mother was a dry stone waller. Is that right?
No, I think she was a tiler.
Oh, she was a tiler, was she? No, this is very
thing.
interesting.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Although that is what happens in life. You just repeat the same things.
To fade. Repeat to fade.
Over again. We're going to turn it off now and we're going to go in the pub.
We're going to the pub.
And then we're going to turn it back on again when we walk back home.
Just see how different we are.
Yeah.
So like a kind of... Just see what the effect of alcohol is on us.
Well, what the effect of being in our local pub on a Saturday night, which we've never ever done before.
Yes.
We might know, we will know people. We'll know probably everybody in there, which is sometimes a bit weird, isn't it?
I think I'm going to find that very weird.
I know, it is weird. So anyway, so we're about to have a weird Saturday night with the dog. Like, who takes the dog to the pub on a Saturday night? And have a pint of ale. I've had a pretty much a dry January. What with my pneumonia.
But you had to stay off the booze because you're having photos taken of your chest, weren't you, dear?
Well, I had to stay off the booze because I was on antibiotics. But now I'm off them.
Back on it. All right, crazy times.
So, yeah, pint of ale's going down, and then we'll come back to you, listener.
Well, we'll speak to you shortly. I imagine, at which point I imagine Helen's language will be absolutely appalling. Speak to you in a bit.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
What time are we on? It's about 11 o'clock, isn't it? It's 11 o'clock. And we're the only people in the pub.
You might need to talk a little bit louder. You're mumbling far away from
We're the only people in the pub.
We're the only people in the pub.
Fair to say, it's really going off now, isn't it? Really kicked off.
Ron's farting. And we're the only people in the pub. I honestly thought, Rob, before we came up, I honestly thought that we might dance.
I mean, we still can.
You're right. But I thought it was going to be...
I danced when I came back from the toilet.
I honestly thought it was going to be rammed.
Did you? Like standing room only?
I thought Saturday nights in pubs were just like that. I was missing out on like this crazy night of dancing.
You thought you'd bring me out for a wild night, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I've had 2 pints.
Rob's drunk.
And you've had 1 pint, and you're drunk.
No, I'm not.
The way you said Rob's drunk would indicate... I think if we listen to this back, because Helen never listens to them back, I'm the only person who listens back to the podcast because I have to edit them. But
John Edwards listens back twice.
Yeah, John. Yeah. So, and I think John, could you confirm that Helen's now sounds drunk?
I sound bunged up. I'm getting more and more bunged up as the night goes on. I need to go and blow my nose, which is what I'm going to go and do now, Robert.
So you're going to go and make some toilets, and then
should we walk home, or would you like another drink, Rob?
I think it's 11 o'clock, so it's 1 minute past 11.
Oh yeah, they didn't ring a bell, did they?
No, I don't think they need to because
This is what the only people in it.
yeah, everyone could hear.
Right, I'll go.
They probably thought there was no one here.
I'll go to the toilet and then we'll walk home.
Just judging by the way that Helen dismounted her chair there, she is also drunk. On 1 pint of Guinness and blackcurrants. Hey, we're back. We're walking home.
Ronnie's just eating a bit of quiche.
Ronnie's had a bit of quitch at the pub.
Leftover quiche from the do that was on in the
that was from
function room.
the 70th next door. Hang on. He's having
Oh, thank God he didn't do that slash in the pub.
he's having one of those ways where he drops his back legs,
Pushes his hips forward.
doesn't even bother cocking,
No.
and just drains it.
Yeah, which he has done inside a pub before, so we are very lucky that he didn't do that tonight.
That was that pub we went to once in Matlock, wasn't it? When
Yes.
Ron that was it. We were in there. It was before our daughter was born. We were in there with our son.
We may have told this story before on the podcast.
We may not, or we might be repeating ourselves. And we went in and asked if they were serving food, and they said yes, we're serving food. It was about 3 p.m, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Ron just took a massive piss.
It was such a big, long, steaming horse piss.
It was like a horse piss. It wasn't.
It was
a
unbelievable.
Police horse piss on the middle of the rug in the middle of the pub. And obviously we were horrified and apologised profusely for our dog emptying his bladder onto the rug. And they said, "Don't worry, it's absolutely no problem whatsoever." and then the guy came out and said, "Would you like to order some food?" And we went,
No, you're all right, thanks.
thinking if someone is absolutely no problem at all with letting your dog piss all over the rug in the pub, the carpet, and have no inclination to clean it up whatsoever, probably it's not the kind of place you want to eat at.
So he just left, didn't we? I ran away as soon as he did it.
Oh, he's doing businesses now as well.
Oh,
Have you got any bags?
get your torch out.
I need to light this one up, Ron. I think once he moves away, it's quite clear where he's doing it. He's really cranked over.
That quiche got him going.
Yeah, that quiche. 1 in, 1 out, we're on.
Cheese and onion ran.
Yep. There we go. You can probably hear, as I did say when Helen went to the toilet, she's quite pissed.
I'm not pissed. As you'll see here, dear listener, I am the only person that actually bags the dog shits.
No, ooh, that's not fair. I
Rob
bagged up.
stands there and records me doing it.
No, I've been in London for 4 days, and I bagged up a carrier bag's worth of dog shit off the front garden when this afternoon.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so that's completely clear. But literally, it was a carrier bag's full
Good.
of unpicked up
Oh,
dog
look, they've
tods.
still got the Christmas lights on down here.
Yeah, why not?
Because it's unlucky.
I don't think it is.
It is.
I think
12th night.
No, it's only unlucky if you've got a Christmas tree, apparently, the 12th night thing. And we took our Christmas tree down too late anyway.
I took the lights and everything off it, but I asked you for about 6 days to take it outside and you didn't do it.
So no, but here's the point. Which day of January is 12th night?
12 days after Christmas.
Which is the...
I don't know. 3rd?
No, it's
I
not.
don't know.
How many
I
days are
can't
there?
do those maths.
How many days are there in December?
30 days has September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31, except February alone. Oh, what is that?
Oh, it's a cat. Is that a fox or a cat? It's a
Think
cat.
it-
Sorry, Ron.
Big cat though,
Ron
isn't
just
it?
nearly pulled me over on the ice. Oh, God, I tell you, when I was having a piss, I went for a piss and then I looked at myself in the pub mirror. Helen, with this beard, I feel really old.
Dear.
Yeah, big grey beard. I thought, Jesus Christ, Rob, you look old and you look haggard.
Yeah, I don't like the beard.
I feel
to look
old
at. I
and
don't like
haggard.
the feel of it, and I don't like the sound of it. Some of my senses are appalled by it, but actually to look at, it's fine.
Two of your senses are horrified by the beard,
Yeah,
but to look at it's fine.
smell fine. I think I've not smelt it.
Have a smell.
Maybe.
Have a smell.
Oh, it's nice. Have you put talc in it?
Well, no, it just smells of shampoo. Have you put talc in it?
It smells
I
nice.
would put talc in my beard.
It says smell
Fragrant.
and sight is fine,
Yeah, sight.
but hearing. What are the 5 senses?
What are the 5 sentences? The certain sentences. Neither of us. I've only had 2 pints.
I
You've had
know,
1
you
pint.
are drunk.
You're drunk as well. You can't remember the 5 sentences, Helen.
No.
What are the 5
So,
sentences?
Sight.
Say them really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Correct. Now I'm going it beard-wise. Sight.
Yeah.
Ding. Smell.
Faster.
Ding. Touch.
Oh, you don't like the feeling of it.
Hearing, listening. What's it called? The sense. And what's the other one? I've done sight.
Taste. Have you tasted
Sound.
the beard?
It doesn't sound like anything.
What does it taste like? The
Oh no,
beard?
it does sound like. I said sound. No.
You said sound offends you.
Oh, tasting.
What does it taste like? The beard.
I don't want to taste the beard or the scraps within it,
Ooh.
Mr. Twit.
The stars are really bright now as we're walking home, aren't they? It's very clear.
Is that the Archer?
That is the archer. That's what's it called?
Orion's belt.
Orion's belt. Yes, Orion.
See, I do know all sorts about stars now. I've had a Guinness.
That's Orion's belt.
I was disappointed with my real ale.
Yes, we had some real ale, didn't we?
It tasted like ash,
It did taste like ash.
didn't it?
It did taste quite ash, slightly metallic, like ash.
No, it tastes like cigarette butts. That's what it tastes like. So I didn't drink it, and then I bought myself a Guinness. Oh no, you bought me a Guinness. Thank you very much, darling.
Mass-produced Guinness and black. Yes,
Yeah.
that's okay. I had the first one I had with had blueberry in it, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Had
I'm amazed
blueberry-
you drank a pint of
Blueberry
that.
in it, but they said it was the hops that were blue. And they went, hang on, this has got blueberries in it.
Oh, don't fart.
No, I didn't fart. That was the dog.
You were burping all throughout Settlers of Catan with Jenny.
And I couldn't keep an eye on how many credits I had in the universe.
Settlers of Catan. I didn't get. I was. I'll give you a wedgie now. I'll give you a wedgie now
No.
for making me play. Hey, Settlers of Catan.
See, I'm not used to carrying a bag full of poo around with me now.
Have you talked about the poo tube on the podcast?
Yeah.
Your poo holster.
I think so, yeah.
Didn't bring it. You didn't come out
bring it.
armed with it tonight,
No.
did you?
It started to smell like poo, though,
Is it?
even when there's poo not in it. I need a plastic one that could be washable.
So can I just break this down?
It's cardboard.
So the cardboard tube that you
now
line
smells
with
like poo, yeah.
that you line with a plastic bag now smells like poo.
Yeah, so some poo was...
So why haven't you thrown it away?
Well, I need to.
That's disgusting.
I know.
And it's currently sat in
the
your dog
utility
walking
room.
rucksack.
I know I need a plastic tube. So if you find a plastic tube on your travels that's the same size as the current poo tube, I would appreciate
Just
it.
a soda water bottle with the top chopped off would be exactly the same size.
Would it?
Yeah.
Would it?
Yeah.
But the current poo tube is a whiskey bottle container, and the builders were around the other day, and they thought I was taking whiskey out on my dog walk with me.
Did they? No, you said no. I'm just storing multiple dog feces in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
In fact, well, that was one of the podcasts, wasn't it? I think it was podcast
Oh,
maybe
God.
18, 19, where
Oh my God, this is all about just us repeating
with
ourselves.
no, it's not repeating. Just for people, if
Life
people have
is
just joined us,
repetitive.
you can hear the one we did with the builders with Pete, where I cut through poo tube.
Yeah, but they're back.
Pool
Pete's
pipe.
back because there's been a leak.
There's been a leak.
From the said poo tube and bathroom.
No, not from the poo tube.
Not from the
Just
poo tube, just
from
from
a water
shower.
feed.
And so they're back refitting the same bathroom again.
Yes.
God, life is repetitive. Is this going to be like the ultimate thing in how to realise that your life is slightly depressing for us? We're just going to record the same podcast again and listen to them both back to back and go, oh, that's the same podcast.
Oh God.
What's happening to us?
Oh God.
Oh my God, is there nothing new? Can we not find anything new? Now we're over. No, I'm young.
Now you're over 50.
No,
Well, you're
I'm
over
young.
50. You
Thank
are
you
over
very
50. Oh shit!
She nearly went.
You went there completely.
There we go, that's new.
That's it. Yeah.
You've never slipped on that bit of ice.
If you put your arm through my arm, darling, that'll stop us both falling over.
But we have talked about you falling over and breaking your hip before as well, haven't we?
Yep. I went down in my Crocs. That's why I got rid of him.
God. Is there anything new to be discovered, Rob?
Oh, we've been married for so long, haven't we? Let's do this now, because I talked about trying to do this on the podcast. What's the most boring conversations we could have?
I don't know, I think we might have had many of them tonight. Jesus, I can't believe we're just saying the same things again and again. This was like Saturday night out.
I know.
With the dog, we've never walked up to the pub on a Saturday night.
I thought you had genuine big plans. That
It was a big plan.
We were going to the pub and we were going to see loads of people we knew.
I was going to like jump out of a box in
really...
a cake or something. What do you mean, big plans?
Jumped out of a box, jumped out of a cake, brandishing the pictures of your chest, your X-rays.
There was nobody there, was there?
No.
There was somebody that was going to be one of my mother's next door neighbours.
But other than that, we'd never met her before.
No.
But other than that, there was absolutely no one there that we knew.
No, I knew the man at the bar, one of the dads
Right.
from school, so I knew him.
You knew him. Didn't
Like-
introduce me. You've probably been texting him. Jesus Christ.
Again.
Texting him like you do, Greg. There's
No,
some big
no.
bad patches of black ice that I've slipped on both times.
That's what happens in the frozen north. See what fun we have in the frozen north, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a lot colder up here than it was in fancy London this week.
Oh, I wouldn't like to see you go down, Rob.
No.
Like, if you'd have gone down on either of those falls, it'd have been really, really hard.
It would have been a big bang to the elbow,
It
or
would have
maybe
been a
to a
big,
hip.
oh, you coccyx, or it'd
Yeah.
have just been really bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would not good, not good. Especially at my increasing vintage. Now, I did look in the mirror, I thought I looked old. I felt old. Yeah, I've got me trendy. I've got me. Very careful with that ice there. I walk like a newborn. Yes, I've got me trendy Peaky Blinders swept-back haircut that every man my age seems to have who's trying to cling on to some form of style. But combined with the beard that I'm waiting to be shaved into Bottom's now trademark lamb chops.
I don't know whether they're going to make you feel
No, they make me feel worse because I
extra worse.
asked the makeup lady if I could have stick-on ones because then I don't have to walk around London for 7 weeks with mutton chops on, the likes of which a man shouldn't be parading around his
not.
everyday life
No,
with.
they're not that fashionable, are they?
No, they're not, no. I mean, maybe in Shoreditch I could get away with it.
Yeah, people will think you're just starting a new trend.
Yeah. Maybe actually I'm so far ahead of the curve, I just need to keep sitting in it and it will take off.
Yeah. Anywho.
Anywho.
Ron's behaved so well.
Although he farted.
Apart from the farts, he was like the perfect pub dog, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'd given him a book, scratching. Oh, well, we gave him some quiche. And I'd have given him the rest of my Ashu beer that I left.
Yeah.
But you said it would be bad for his liver.
Well, I just think it's probably not very good for him, especially at his age.
I know, why not give him a bit of joy?
I know. Let him get slightly pissed.
Yeah. Might calm him down a bit. Oh, he's been good.
He has been good.
We'd have never taken him to the pub when he was a puppy because he was a fucking lunatic, wasn't he?
He was a twat this afternoon when I
Yeah,
went
I
out
know.
with our daughter on her bicycle.
I know, he can be.
He was a twat.
Right, I think we should say goodbye.
Yeah,
Round up.
We can always do a few bits tomorrow, can't we? Tomorrow night.
I don't know.
So I don't know whether we've got enough great content. I mean, there's some good content in there, but whether we've got we've racked up about 30 minutes of blithering.
There we go. Well, that's all it ever is.
But I don't know. I don't want to see audience figures dwindle.
Well, I don't know if they've ever soared in order for them to dwindle.
I mean,
They're constant. Our fans are loyal now.
they're fairly steady.
They're
but
loyal.
We do need more people to listen.
They can cope with a night out in the pub where nobody goes. It's like, this is life. This
Isn't
is
it?
real life. I thought there was
Howling.
going to be dancing and there's no dancing. This is the point. Life is repetitive. What are we going to do about it? This is marriage. This is the truth of marriage.
No, this is great. This is great. But is it a podcast, or are we howling into the existential void, Helen?
Well, that's all we ever are doing, Rob.
But I think more and more podcasts, you either have to have very famous people on them, just being interviewed talking about their life. That if you actually cross-reference most podcasts, they've done the same interview to lots of different people about.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, we're at the vanguard of creativity here, aren't we?
It's fine. fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. So if you think the podcast is fine, give it a good review on iTunes. Give it 5 stars for being fine.
Fine. Yeah, just say this
And
is fine.
yeah, it's fine.
This is a fine podcast.
It went into my ears for 40 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. We're just killing time for people. That's all we're doing.
Exactly.
It's killing a train journey.
Just helping you kill off a bit of time before the inevitable, unavoidable old father time rings the bell and you have to leave this mortal coil. It's just filling time, isn't it?
Exactly.
Filling time, padding out life until we die. That's essentially what it is.
So,
That's what. If you maybe you go kite surfing or you go skydiving, you're just filling in time until inevitably one day you die. And yeah, whether you're an embroiderer or you teabag lions just to keep yourself feeling visceral and alive, you're just fending off the inevitable, aren't you? Let's not cross the road at the not crossing point, Helen, because I'm not ready to go yet. I'm not ready to go yet.
but if you would like to donate to the podcast,
Absolutely, so you can keep this this freeform codswallop flying into your ears. You can do. How can you do that, Helen?
they can donate to the podcast at paypal.me/date
And we really-
night.
Sorry, paypal.me/date night. And we really do appreciate those donations because
You will definitely get a shout out
definitely get a shout out.
and become a super listener.
Like Ricky Richards. Dick Richards. I love that man, but I've had 2 pints, Dickie Richards.
I don't know.
Richard Dickinson.
Dickie Dixon.
Richard Dixon.
Was that his name?
Ricky Dick Dix. Ricky Dick Dix. He's my favourite listener ever.
Is he?
Yeah, Ricky Dick Dix. He
I
just,
think 1, 2, 3 my anals.
1, 2, 3 my anals and Ricky Dick Dix. Now, it sounds disingenuous now because I'm pissed, but the fact that he got in touch and banged a solid £20 note into the podcast, it's just phenomenal.
I know.
Makes you realise you can move mountains,
You can.
doesn't it?
I know.
All you've got to do is just search for the hero inside yourself. Sing with me. Search for the hero inside. Search for the hero inside yourself. Till you find the key to your life. Nice harmony.
We learned those skills on the singing podcast.
We did.
Which I think, I nearly weeded myself with laughter there.
Singing in harmony with Naomi Bates.
Which we did Bella Mama.
Episode Bella Mama. We're too pissed. This is getting too meta. But I tell you,
I know, I do worry about it. What if people tuned into this one as the first one?
Well, they'll just go, do you know what? There's a lot of podcasts I need to go back and listen to make sense of this.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think? Oh, yeah, I think they're probably... Yeah, okay. They might do that.
They might have stopped listening.
I think they probably would. But you know, we've not had any contact from ages.
Who's that?
Andrews.
Yeah, Honorary Andrews.
No Andrews have donated to the podcast. Come on, fucking Andrews.
Well, don't start effing and jeffing at them just because you've had a beer, Helen. That's like, she's still carrying a bag of dog shit, listeners.
I am.
Still carrying that bag of dog shit.
I'll throw it at you, Andrews.
Don't.
For not
No.
getting in touch.
No, I was
They're
thinking
not in touch with us.
I was thinking on the way up.
They've totally abandoned us.
No, we used to call... No, we abandoned the concept. That's what it is.
Did we?
We have to be concept consistent here, Helen.
Really?
Honorary Andrews haven't abandoned us. We just stopped calling people Honorary Andrews
All
because
right.
we forgot about it.
I didn't. I've never forgotten about the Andrews.
Well, we stopped mentioning it.
All right, well, we've mentioned it now.
We forgot
Let's
doing
see,
it as a concept.
Andrews, if you get in touch this week.
Oh, certainly. Joanna Longbottom and Dickie Richards, they're all... Or Richard Dickinson's. Dickie Dick Dix. Richie Dick Dix. Dick Rich, or whatever, Rick Ditch, are all Honorary Andrews for donating to the podcast this week. We love them. We love them dearly. And we will definitely be sending CDs to them. But you have to get in touch and give us your email addresses.
We don't make it easy.
We need your addresses.
And that's it.
We're back at the house.
Back at the house.
We're back at the house.
Let's say good night.
Good night. We might speak to you tomorrow.
We might. Oh, we might not. We'll just put it up as it is.
I think we might need to add to some of this content.
No, I think it's brilliant.
This drunk drivel. We'll record
brilliant,
some
Rob.
more sober drivel, and
No, we won't. We might not.
we'll say good night.
No night.
Good night. We love you.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name.